Lane 1, France. In lane 2, Yugoslavia. The reigning world champions in 3 from East Germany. In lane 4, their biggest challengers from Great Britain. And in lane 5, Romania, the new pair from Romania. And 6, the Pimenov brothers in lane 6. That's the British pair, Steve Redgrave. 4 world and Olympic gold medals. And his new partner, Matthew Pinsent, behind him. Oh, not a very good start. Rolling about a bit, and that direction is terrible. They've moved right across the lane. Pinsent seemed to pull Redgrave round, and that's really upset their first few strokes. Redgrave won't like that very much because he likes to take off very, very fast in the first 150 meters. And the people who count, the East Germans, reigning world champions, Thomas Jung and Uwe Kellner, are in front, 3/4 of a length up. And now the British pair have everything to do. It's a new pair, they've never raced together before. Redgrave's original partner, Simon Beresford, was injured 3 or 4 months ago, and he's had to try to get the boat moving again with a new partner, the young Matthew Pinsent, who's only 19 years old. But Matthew Pinsent won a bronze medal last year in the Cox 4 in Bled, and he's been chosen to pair now with Redgrave. And there they are. Redgrave, who changed sides from the time he was rowing in the pair with Holmes for the Olympic gold medal 2 years ago. He's now on bow side, lying in second place, about 3/4 of a length behind the world champions, and he will not like being there at all.
That's right, Dan. This race, something of a psychological battle between Steve and the East Germans. The East Germans won the first heat convincingly after Redgrave had taken a lead. They rowed him down with a tremendous burst, and Redgrave in fact stopped rowing, which is what he did in Bled in the heat a year ago. And so really he's got a lot to prove in this race. The East Germans have the psychological hold over him. The rowing world have been looking forward to this race for many a month.
And that's the Romanians there. The Romanians, a new pair from the last few years, doing well. They're heading, in fact, they're heading the British pair. The British pair are lying 4th at the moment, and nearest to us, the Russians, the Pimenov brothers, world champions twice, in 83, in 85 and in 86, 3 times world champions. They've been headed by Redgrave for the last 2 years, but they're back here now with a vengeance, and looking very, very strong indeed.
Beautiful technique for the Pimenov brothers. Age 32, it shows that you can still compete in this sport when you're in your 30s.
As indeed you can tell us, Martin.
East Germans rowing in a borrowed boat. Their actual first boat was broken in a collision out here, and the boat they've got is a women's boat, a little small for them. You can see the stern disappearing under the water, but certainly they've gone out with a real vengeance now, as if they mean to be world champions again.
And the Pimenovs have moved ahead of the British pair. They've got a good half a length now, and they're looking very sluggish, the British pair. They don't look as if they can put this challenge in. They've only got 450 metres to go. The rest of the field have been dropped, but they're now struggling. They're now struggling with the Romanians for the bronze medal.
Very unexpected result, and the Pimenovs are going to be delighted with their second place.
In fact, the Pimenovs are now pushing the East Germans. These East Germans who were the outstanding team of the regatta last year in Bled. They were absolutely dominant, but here they are having to struggle now to stay ahead of the Pimenovs, who really have come well at this regatta.
New training regime from a new Russian chief coach this year. They've put in extra mileage, and that certainly seems to have done them the power of good.
They've got a length now on the British pair. The British pair seem to be getting past the Romanians, getting away from the Romanians, but they are in no position now to challenge for the gold medal that they had been dreaming of these last 4 or 5 months. It's the Russians who are putting up the fight. It's the Russians who are going after the East Germans, but the East Germans do look invincible, do look powerful. Both crews up now around 38 strokes a minute, and it looks as if East Germany, Thomas Jung, Uwe Kellner are going to repeat their victory of last year. They're going to hold on to that lead and looking very strong now. They're not going to get beaten. Looking around for the line, rolling about a bit, but they've got a good 3/4 of a length on the Russian pair.
And Redgrave always strong in the last 200 metres, pulling away from the Romanians there, but it's too late to challenge the Russians or the East Germans.
Well, Martin, you've been there behind the Russian pair. You lost to them by about 0.2 of a second 3 years ago, didn't you?
800ths, Dan, as it was. But that's certainly not 800ths today.
There it is, East Germany in first, Russia second, British pair in bronze medal position, and very, very close there for fourth. Very close between Romania and France for fourth place. But East Germany had to work very hard for that, and it's GDR in first again for the second year running, ahead of the Pimenov brothers in second place, Great Britain in third, they'll be disappointed with that, Romania, France and Yugoslavia 19 seconds behind the winners in sixth place. And that's the last time that a medal will go round an East German neck